Hi everyone, Jeremy here. We're just quickly looking at the Poly Sync 60 today, which is an all-in-one speakerphone. I've currently got it plugged in over USB to a Microsoft Teams room. You can use it over Bluetooth or USB to your own personal devices as well if you're not using a video system perhaps. It's got inbuilt array microphones that can cover a whole space, and it's also got some large format speakers for the size of the device as well. I would recommend that if you've got some other speakers available in the space, like I'm using a Poly Studio USB video bar at the moment, I do think those speakers are a bit better and cover space a bit better as it goes over your heads. If you're using it independently, they're more than adequate. So currently, as I said, I'm using the speakers out of the Poly Studio USB video bar. I'm using that camera as well, and I'm using the microphones out of here. You probably can't see very well, but there's LEDs here that are lighting up, which means that it knows that I'm this direction for the microphone. As I move around the room as well, you'll see those LEDs move around to say I'm only using those lobes tracking in that direction as well. It's got noise removal tools as well, so we can test that. So first, you've heard what my voice sounds like. This is just me. I plugged it straight into the Microsoft Teams room. The software said run an update. I did that, and I've changed no other settings at all. So this is what I sound like in this location here. So if I move to the very back of the table, I'm obviously now a lot further away from the microphone. We'll let the camera catch up with me as well. Hopefully it's the same volume going into the call. I just sound a little bit more distant, but just as legible as well. There's loads of traffic going by here as well, so hopefully that's all being filtered out very nicely for the call. If I then also move right to the back of the room, so I'll be someone just walking in and interjecting, you'll see that, again, the volume into the speakerphone is, pretty consistent. I probably just sound a little bit far away again, but it's doing a harder job of getting rid of all the room reverberation sound as well, which is exactly what you wanted to do. Let me go and sit in front of the speakerphone now so you can hear me talking away from it. So if I sit down here, I'm right at the front of the space. I'm talking directly away from the speakerphone. The camera will catch up with me. You can see on here that the LED knows I'm here. It's pointing, the LEDs are pointing this direction. And you can hear that even though I'm speaking quite far away from it, it's doing a bit of AI processing to make sure that it knows that my voice is, much more direct than it naturally would be. You can watch these LEDs as I move around, move towards me now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. They've moved to the back of the room there as the camera crops away for use. I'll just show you one more feature of this as well, which is a good test of the AI removal tools for noise. So we'll let the camera come down on me as well. I'll just grab my bag. I'm going to be a shuffler in a meeting. And so let me start doing a manic shuffle, and then I'll start talking, and hopefully we can see how it removes that audio as well. And so I'm going to stay that consistent with the shuffling, and hopefully it'll remove that audio quite nicely, and you'll be able to hear that my voice is coming through nice and neatly, and I'll stop being annoying. So that is the Poly Sync 60 in a nutshell. At the end of this video as well, I'll just quickly take you through what some of the settings are available on the application and then on PolyLens as well.
Just a few more points on here as well. You can see there's a mute button as well, which works fully in sync with the panel for the MTR or the Zoom room. There's a join or hang up call. You can see there's USBs at the end of the device here, which means users can either connect their devices and it will actually charge their phones or laptops if necessary. There is also a volume up and down. This means that if you're using the speakers within the device independently, obviously it'll control that, but if you're using those speakers as well within the MTR environment, it will also stay in sync with the touch panel, meaning you've got mute and volume control at multiple points on the table. We're just having a quick look at the settings and PolyLens. Now it's connected to the MTR, so we can see we're up to date with the software after I've run the update. I've got our language settings, so I've set this to English UK, because that's where we are. General settings, we've got mute alerts, incoming call, notification tones, daisy chaining audio, and EQ, which is set to basic, because I quite like it like that. And we've got different ringtones available for if you had this connected as a personal device or over Bluetooth. We have soft phone and media player, so you can have a dial tone set for your VoIP calls. Wireless, so we've enabled a USB connection for this at the moment, but if you wanted to do, you could have exclusive connections or secure Bluetooth connections, or to connect your daisy chain. Loads of options there available. And then obviously we've got our reset device settings as well. And just quickly over to Poly Lens, because the device is looking at the software and the software is connected to the internet, that's already automatically come up on Lens for me. So I can see 660M. I'm going to click on that device and I'm now looking at this device all the way through the cloud. And if I go to settings, I've got much the same sort of settings options as well, all around my general settings, so incoming call, mute alert types, and connection indication. Let's look at ringtones and volume. All those are available. Softphones and media player, so I can have a dial tone on and off. Wireless settings, very much like the software options, and then reset the device as well. So it's more of a tool just around the inbuilt ringing tools and the information to see whether it's online and where that device sits within your infrastructure. Thanks for watching.